Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Live Ones. Hope you all had a great Labor Day weekend. I spent mine down at the Jersey Shore. We had absolutely perfect weather. I mean, just perfect. It's just so great to watch week one of college football down there. Just a great setting. Had a great time capping everything. If you were following me on Twitter, had a lot of plays. We get kind of a breather day today and tomorrow. Come Thursday, we'll have the opening game of the 2022 NFL season. And boy, you couldn't ask for a better primetime matchup to kick things off with the Bills and the defending Super Bowl champion Rams. That line has moved heavily in the Bills' favor and towards the over, obviously thanks to the news of the tendonitis in Matt Stafford's elbow, but not really. He says he'll be good to go. So right now it sits at minus 2.5 for the Bills and a total of 52.5. Every sharp bettor I know is taking the Rams plus the points. No matter how it goes, it's definitely going to be appointment television. College football was smart. There was no way they were going to put a game on Thursday night when everybody's going to be glued to the opener. We had one play last night, if you were following me on Twitter, the under on the Clemson-Georgia Tech game. That looked great going into halftime, and it was 14-3. We were getting near the end of the third quarter. It was 17-10. So, of course, I turned it off and went to bed. That was a big mistake. Clemson's defense came out and absolutely punished the Yellow Jackets in the fourth quarter, gave DJU short field after short field to work with. Clemson scores 17 points in the final 9 minutes. Clemson has the game sealed with a minute left, and of course they didn't kneel down. They went for the final touchdown to run up the score, common thing in college football, kills a lot of unders. We miss ours by a half a point. Anyway, I really don't think DJU is the guy for this Tigers team. I do think he's just a placeholder until their 5-star recruit, Cade Klubnik, is ready for the job. He notched a pedestrian 209 yards and 1 touchdown. Really didn't show me enough last night to have me being a Clemson backer the rest of the season. I'm going to need to see a lot more when they start playing their tougher opponents. Full slate of baseball to go over tonight. Lots of good edges on the card tonight. Let's get to it, and we're going to start off with a rare player prop for me. And that we are taking a look at the total base prop for Bo Bichette. He is riding one heck of a hot streak. Racked up 12 hits over his last 5 games, which includes a three home run game against the Orioles in Game 2 of last night's doubleheader. He's hitting .546 with a 1.747 OPS over these last 5 games. He gets Baltimore rookie Kyle Bradish on the mound tonight. Bichette is 3 for 7 with a home run this year versus Bradish so far. Bichette has hit the over 1.5 total bases prop 10 times in his last 15 games, looking to make it 11 for 16. Look for him to stay hot. Take the value at plus money. Bo Bichette over 1.5 total bases. Moving down to Texas and the Rangers and the Astros. Houston has been on an absolute roll lately, winning 6 out of their last 7. I know they've played Texas and the Angels, but you still have to beat up on the bad teams at this stage in the game. Phillies, would you take note, please? Their pitching has been rock solid, particularly Framber Valdez. What a year he's having. Valdez has recorded 22 consecutive quality starts, the most by a left-handed pitcher in Major League history. He is 13-3 with a 2.46 ERA and 138 strikeouts across 150 innings during that span. He's also 5-0 with a 2.04 ERA in his last 5 starts. On the other side is Glenn Otto. Otto hasn't been as terrible through the back half of the season as he was in the first. He's averaging a little over 2.5 earned runs and only 4 or 5 hits a start his last 10, but he's also usually only going through 5 innings, maybe a little bit into the 6th. It's not good to give up 2 or 3 runs every single start when you're only making it through 5 innings. Rangers have lost 9 straight off the back of a terribly paltry offense. Hey, you remember when this team spent $500 million on free agency contracts this offseason to give themselves a nucleus of stars for their rebuild? And they still came into September 18 games below 500 because you can't paper over dog shit with money. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Anyways, Astros should have an easy time of this one. Give me Houston on the run line, minus 1.5 runs. And out west we go with the White Sox and the Mariners. The White Sox actually finding themselves in strong position for the AL Central going into the final stretch of the season. That's honestly really, really good considering where they were even a week ago. They're heading out to Seattle for a West Coast trip against Logan Gilbert and the Mariners. Sox will be starting Johnny Cueto, who honestly has been the best thing about the team all season. Cueto has a 2.93 ERA despite going really deep into games in a lot of his starts. In fact, Cueto has gone at least 8 innings in 3 of his past 6 starts. Logan Gilbert has been his usual form all year with a 3.35 ERA. Gilbert doesn't go as deep into games as Cueto, but the Mariners do have a top-shelf bullpen, 4th best in the majors in ERA. Neither team has much offensive pop this year, but the pop that both teams do comes against lefties. These are two right-handed starters tonight. They should make short work of both lineups through the majority of the game. I'm taking the under 7.5 runs on this one, third and final play for the night. Everyone bet safe, stay safe. Follow us on Twitter at Live One Sports. Check us out on Roku and Fire TV at the Live Ones. Have yourselves a great Tuesday night, and I will see you next time.